It's your moment with Miguel Ramirez.
Hello, my name is Miguel Ramirez, and on today's show, following up with Carolyn Inman, we're talking about the habits of stalkers, and then also how to establish boundaries in relationships. Inside of this interview, I delve into a bit about my experience as it relates to the jealous stalker, a chapter in her book, The 7 Characters of Abuse, Domestic Violence, Where It Starts and Where It Can End, catching up with Carolyn Inman. With the jealous stalker, that was something that, as I was reading, I was getting this unsettling feeling. I'd get a few texts early on when dating, and then as the relationship progressed, it would be 68, 70, and when the relationship was at the year span, it would be 99 to 110. And because I didn't have prior experience, I didn't recognize it as, this is seeming a bit like stalking, this is feeling a bit uncomfortable. I thought, well, if it's a relationship, this is something that maybe is expected or something that goes along with the territory. In terms of relationships and that feeling of recognizing when you're in a bad predicament, what advice would you give someone to say, this is something you need to know to spot it?
Well, I think that's exactly what the book does. And we've had so many examples of where somebody is purchasing it for somebody else. It isn't just that they don't want to admit it's for themselves. You can kind of tell when someone's doing that. But they truly are buying it for a sister or a best friend or even a daughter or even a mother. There's no definite scientific way that you can say, well, at this level, it would be better to leave. The longer a person stays, there's diminishing choices. They have less ability to leave because of what's being taken away from them. Just like you said it perfectly. Maybe this was just part of what had to happen, and it's simply not. I think that in the beginning, a person could say, it's really inappropriate for you to text me this many times. It interferes with my work and so forth, and set up a boundary. Either you don't do this anymore or I can't stay with you. You can probably change their behavior. Many of them you can't because they've got a plan. And better that you figure out what's going on early than wait till the person starts hitting you or isolated you from family, friends, emotions, and money, those kinds of things.
I'd like to thank Carolyn Inman for dropping by. If you'd like to follow me on social media, that is YMMRE02 for Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. And then also if you'd like to send an email, that is YMMRE02 at yahoo.com. The questions will be read on air, so if you'd like to hear your question, I'll address it. I think somebody on Instagram said that they said, amazing. And for next week's show, I think we're going to do a little change here, changing gears. Next week's show, I'm going to talk with Sean Carouse. Sean Carouse is the club member of the DSBS program at Mount San Antonio College. He delves into the topic of epilepsy, the types of things that may be misconceptions, misperceptions, what people may not understand, what people may be confused about. Sean Carouse talks about it on next week's episode. Thank you for listening, and have a nice day.
Stay up to date with news, interviews, and upcoming show episodes by following Your Moment with Miguel Ramirez on Spreaker.com. New episodes release every Friday at 6 p.m.